Hi everybody, my name's Amy Witherspoon, and this is my final video reflection for HDFS 438, which is multi-ethnic families and children. This video is supposed to be me telling you guys about what I've learned this semester, and it's been a long 14 weeks to say the least. I went into this class terrified because I had been in a class where Jody came to visit and he just started calling on people, and that terrified me, and I was like, this class is going to be the same exact way. So the first couple of weeks I was terrified and worried that, I was going to get called on when I didn't really know what I wanted to say. And on top of that, we were talking about a topic that I didn't really know what I thought about, because we were discussing what it meant to be white and have a white identity, and that was a scary topic to me. Being white, I've never really thought about, what it means to be white, or the fact that, things are different for me. I mean, I always knew that life was probably a little bit easier for me because I was white, but I've always had friends that were different races and different ethnicities, and like, I never looked at them differently or treated them differently because of who they were. So going into this class, I didn't really know what to expect, but we hit the ground running with white fragility, and I had to face a lot of things that I never really had to think about before. So I kind of want to start off with a quote from White Fragility that says, racial protection builds white expectations for racial comfort while at the same time lowering the ability to tolerate racial stress. To me, this means, like, people kind of avoid the fact that, there's a difference between, say, someone like me and a black person, and to me that's kind of sad, because I've always seen anyone I talk to as being the same, and I never wanted to treat them differently because they were a different race. So I went into this not really knowing what I thought or what to think about it or how to even go about, like, formulating an opinion about any of it. So the first few weeks were kind of terrifying. And then we started getting into, talking about different cultures and different stuff. And then we had the panels, and we had a few panels, and then we had the color line panel, which to me made everything make a lot more sense. Because there was such a different dynamic between the people on that panel, and it showed how much there really is a difference in blacks and whites, if that makes any sense, and how even though there's been a lot of progression since, the times when, like, there was separation and blacks couldn't use the same bathrooms as whites, there's still a lot of problems. And that kind of, for me, that panel really brought white fragility to life, in that you could see how, especially Ira was avoiding the fact that he was privileged because he was white, and that he was racist at all. He would sit there over and over again and say, I'm not racist, I'm not racist, I have plenty of friends that are black, I have plenty of friends that are of other races, but, and then his words and actions would say something different. So to me, that just shows how much more white people as a race have to grow, and how much more work this country has to do before we can all truly be equal. For me, seeing that made everything else make sense. I still know that I have a lot of growing to do and a lot of things that I can learn still about being white and what it means to treat other people equally. And I think that the color line in itself probably doesn't help anything, because that right there is showing a separation. And if we truly all want to be equal, we need to get rid of the separations. So overall in this class, I've learned that me being white, I have this sense of transparency where I don't have to think about the fact that I'm white, where someone else may have to get up thinking, oh, I'm black, or oh, I'm Mexican, and I'm going to be treated differently because I'm that color. So I really hope that I can take everything I've learned in this class and continue to grow with it, and hopefully enlighten other people with what I've learned and teach them that yeah, there still are problems and we are better than what we were 20, 30 years ago, but we still have a lot of growing to do before everyone can truly be treated as equal. So I want to thank Jody for making this class so enlightening and for getting me to a point where I can do this video and not panic about it, because, you know, when I first came to this class, I didn't want to talk at all, and now I can sit here and do a 5-minute video about my opinions, and it's not that, and it's not as scary. So thanks.